Well, I want to wish everybody a happy Friday. Once again, my name is Lauro Herrera, and it's Friday, May 30th, about 2 p.m. here in Northern California. And I wanted to get on here real quick and talk to all of you guys and give everybody kind of an update to, the trainees that kicked off this week. For a lot of you guys that follow me on YouTube, you know that this week we had, some extra recruits that weren't on my calendar because one of our partners, Thomas Mullen, he decided to start recruiting agents and building out his agency outside of his call center model. And with that, brought Patrick and Caldoon to the team. And this week, as well as parts of last week, they've joined in to the training. They've showed up every day from Monday to Friday. And I will be honest, guys, this week has been very challenging for me in terms of my patience. I consider myself to be a very patient person. And even when I have to be a little extra patient, I've always had that quality. But this week definitely pressed that boundary. Anytime we deal with tech issues, it gets frustrating, and as well as learning something new. It's frustrating for everybody, whether it's the trainer or the trainee. And this week was one of those weeks. But I'm happy to say that everybody on this team this week was able to ink an application and put an application in the system. And that's a big breakthrough. Why? Because a lot of these guys are new. So, with that said, my agenda, my goal is to provide as much information to all of you guys that tune into my channel. And really, if any of what these gentlemen say helps you make a decision in joining, that helps the cause. Or it might help you decide that, you know what, that's not the opportunity for me. Then we also win, because the last thing that we want to do is waste your guys' time. How many times have you been to an opportunity and you signed and you did everything correctly, but then when you got to work and you found it was a dog and pony show? That's very demoralizing, and that's what we try to avoid. So, with that said, I wanted to start with Patrick. Patrick, I know you started the training with us this week, but to anybody
Right.
that's again watching this video, can you explain to everybody what has been your experience in terms of the
Sure.
training, and also what has been your experience now that you've actually taken phone calls and closed deals?
Sure. So, first of all, Mr. Herrera Lauro is put together a very good system that he's got a script that you follow, and the calls come in through a system called Track Drive, and calls come in, and you just follow the script, and it's pretty much like wash, rinse, and repeat. You're doing the same thing, but you're talking to real people who are, genuinely interested in the product. So, you've got a real opportunity to make a sale. And that's, of course, the goal every time. It doesn't work every time, but that's the goal. And he's got a good system here, and I fully endorse it. And he's very helpful, and I appreciate Lauro very much. So, yeah, if
And
you're on the fence, just go for it. It's a good system.
and I appreciate you saying that. Exactly. These people, ladies and gentlemen, they're calling in with the intent to get more information, get a quote, and it's our job to make a great presentation as well as close out the deal. Now, with that said, let me go over to Amador. Amador, again, you've been with us, over a month. We decided to do a little extra training, but again, to anybody out there listening in, that's listening to you, what can you share with them based on your experience so far on the platform as well as the lead quality?
I want to say that sticking to the script really helped me out a lot. Memorizing the script, even if I had like learning disabilities, I have hearing loss issues, which it makes it even more difficult for me. A special case, I was still able to pull my sale, to do a sale. The people are calling in, they're serious. Yeah, I know people will hang up on me. People will, make excuses and things like that. But these callers are calling in for final expense, and you're gonna find a few people that will definitely buy. And I
And
was able to do it. Mhm.
and Amador, you got a sale right now. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And you've also taken several leads, right? We would say maybe over 30 leads that you've worked. And overall, the quality of those leads, what would you say they are?
Top notch. These are people that are very serious. They call in, and we don't have to call them. They call us. Um, and I can't say anything negative. It's all positive.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, think about it like this. You're going to have some tech issues. You're going to have some days where calls might slow down a little bit because, hey, these calls come in waves because we're all over the country, but they're going to come through for you. Now, Mr. Bobby, I don't know if his mic's working.
Hello,
But
hello.
again, I know, Bobby, you got some fans on YouTube that have called me up over the last couple days wanting to join the team because, again, you resonate with people, man. So today, can you share with everybody again what your experience has been? Not just the training, but again, your experience working the leads and the good, the bad, and the ugly, man.
Uh, there's a lot of goods in this. We're here Monday through Friday. I think this is probably my 7th or 8th training session. And I kind of like it. It's as far as people coming to you and calling you for leads, and you're not, approaching them. They're approaching you, and they know exactly what they're looking for. When they
Mhm.
call you, they're not looking for anything free, or it's not a gimmick. They're looking for a quote for life insurance. And like
That's
everyone
it.
else is saying, you just follow the script and try to
And
close them. It's fun. I'm enjoying it.
I'm enjoying seeing you do it, man, especially because again, you're a bona fide door knocking agent, 13, 15 years of experience. So this is totally something new for you. But again, I'll always go back, especially all you agents out there that are door to door, that love the face to face. You just can't see yourself, tied into a desk all day long. I get you. But think about those times where it's raining. Think about where you don't want to travel 100 miles to the next city over to run leads, and you can just pick up the phone and just work leads. That could be a difference between a zero and something. Now, finally, I have Caldoon. I know he was working on a case. I'm not sure if he's done, but I would like if you're available, Caldoon, I would love for you to share with everybody again, what your experience has been working the lead system as well as the training that we've provided so far.
Yeah, I just wrapped one up right now, submitted an app. So yeah, phenomenal. I'm like I said, I'm still like not gonna lie to you, I'm still like in shock, brain shock mode. I'm still like, wow, is this real? We're receiving
Mhm.
leads and the entire dynamic has just changed from chasing after clients and harassing them and calling
Yeah.
them. And now, like Bobby mentioned too, it's just so much more stress free and just them calling us and we're just kind of, you know, providing them more information about the interest they already had because they're calling us. So yeah, it's a great system that, you deserve credit for and whoever was involved, Jody and
Yep.
but yeah, just phenomenal leads.
Me and Jody, we've been working on this platform for over 2 years. And when we teamed up, he was 100% lead system. Because I know you were asking about that, right, Keldon? Advanced Grow is 100% marketing, lead gen, but he noticed that a lot of his buyers weren't having success with his lead purchases and they weren't doing repeat business. And what I told Jody at the time, I said, it's because they don't know how to sell the product. You have a great lead system, but they don't know how to sell it. And that's how our partnership started. And here we are later, 3 years later, and this is what we got. And it's only getting better and better and better with artificial intelligence that we're starting to use on the inbound side. We're soon going to be at where we don't need an actual human being doing the you know, when an agent doesn't pick up the call right now, when an inbound comes in, that's what happens. But anyways, I see you guys are getting calls. I don't want to take much of your time, but this is what I want to encourage all of you guys on a Friday. If you had a horrible week and it was because you didn't have no one to talk to about final expense, give me a call. What good is it to work for an agency and have the name recognition, but you're not making money? Your agency owner is rich and you're seeing him driving around in his Ferrari, and God bless him, but you're not driving around in that Ferrari. Why? Because you don't have leads. That's the number one material you need to build your business is leads. And you need a whole lot of them. But then on top of that, you need to be able to find a program, a training system that works, that you can duplicate. And let me tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, every single one of these gentlemen this week inked an application. Some of them did more than the others, but when I ask every single one of them, what's holding you back from writing 20 apps a week? All of them will have nothing to say because it's only them holding them back from doing 20 a week. Because we got leads, we got the technology, and more than anything, we have a carrier by the name of Senior Life Insurance Company that is turnkey and easy process. Again, my favorite type of product, simplified issue. So with that said, I hope you guys have a great weekend. And for all of you guys on the fence, give me a call. I'll show you what we do. Peace.